Okay. I mean, I was willing to mind my own business. I was willing to respect your territory and treat you like a man, but you couldn't leave it alone, could you? You couldn't let a man sit here for 5 minutes and take a rest on your precious piece of shit hill? Okay. But my briefcase? I'll get it for you, all right? You can have my briefcase. Here, you want a briefcase? Here's my briefcase!
You got annoying kids and a nagging wife. You're so fed up, you wanna end your life. And the thoughts at work won't stop being a jerk. You got bills to pay and the rent to do. You got student loans and you're totally screwed. And the thoughts at work won't stop being a jerk. Well, maybe you need a little vacation to let out your frustration. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Family fun in the sun, come on, what are you waiting for? We got food and games and live entertainment, of course. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Ride down the water slide and get a tan. Ride round on the go-kart track as best you can. Chow down at the buffet, we got lobster tams. Roll around on the roller coaster, it's got endless rims. You'll have so much fun you won't give a fuck, as long as you're willing to give up the fuck. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Family fun in the sun, come on, what are you waiting for? Got food and games and live entertainment, of course. Negative XP amusement park and resort. You'll have so much fun you won't ever want to leave. You'll have so much fun you won't ever want to leave. You'll have so much fun you won't ever want to leave. You'll have so much fun you won't ever want to leave. It's the happiest place in the world, the funnest park for all the boys and girls. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Family fun in the sun, come on, what are you waiting for? Got food and games and live entertainment, of course. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Water slides and go-karts, first wheels and juice bars. Got everything that you could possibly want. Shopping mall and Coliseum, American History Museum. Got everything that you could possibly want. Negative XP amusement park and resort. Family fun in the sun, come on, what are you waiting for?
I'm working on that music. Tarman, oh my god, Tarman. I need to say something to Tarman. First of all, everybody thank Tarman for being the singular person on planet Earth. You would think there would be more, but no. The single only person on planet Earth is not.
I think that I'm cool, not your typical loser. Ever since high school, I've been a gooner, 6 feet tall. Got a chiseled jaw, nothing that's a fattest on me at all. All these stupid Stacy's always wanna fuck me. Honestly, I find them disgusting. I don't want the touch of a woman or a man. All I need to do is
Yo, what's up, boys? I'm Tarman the Starman, and I fucked my dog in the backyard. Yo, what's up, Jing? Yo, what's up, B? Yo, what's up, Paul? Yo, what's up, Bill? Yo, what's up, FBI boy? Yo, what's up, Rodden? Yo, what's up, Sugar? What's up, Jimmy? Yo, what's up, Tig? Yo, what's crackin' boys? Thank you so much, Six, for the 5 gifted membership, dude. That fucking means a lot. Thank you, man. Alright, boys. So, Josh uploaded a fucking, oh my god, dude. This is fucking 2 hours, dude. Alright, so Josh uploaded a 2-hour response video. And I guess we're gonna watch it. 1 second, hang on. I need to fix my chat, hang on. Alright, there we go, boys. There we go. Jesus Christ.
It's your boy Cobra back at it with another video. And I have just a little bit of what you call CBD on hand. Basically, just a little bit of legal Casper weed. It's not much. And I got a drink of Fleshman's mixed with 7-Up Tropical.
Oh boy, 7-Up
I
Tropical.
stumbled across a video on YouTube. I want to stick this CBD on top of my tobacco. Got me a little bit of smoker-friendly pipe tobacco, you know. Anyway, I stumbled across this video of a very, very, very angry Jewish woman.
Oh no, YouTube.
An Israel woman swears at Pakistanians during the so-called Israel Flag March. And if you're not aware of the fact, the Middle East is fighting with each other. It's basically Muslims versus the Jewish people.
Dude, Josh is the last person, well, besides myself, I guess, Josh is the last person that you ever want to hear try and explain this shit. Like, Josh, no one wants to hear your opinion on this. This is the last thing we want to hear, actually.
And it's just fucking sad, in my opinion. You would think after the Holocaust, no offense to the Jewish people, but you would think after the Holocaust, they would have less hate in their hearts. They'd be like, you know what I'm saying, YouTube? It's kind of lame, man. But anyways, this Jewish woman's gonna, this Jewish woman's gonna cuss us out. Here we go.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. We don't need Muslims, yeah.
So you heard the lady.
No, no. I actually didn't hear a single word she was saying, actually. I had no idea.
Her Israeli flag march. She's screaming, get the fuck out of the country, you know, this is Jewish country only, blah, blah, blah. You heard what she said. That she don't want no Muslims in her country. I'm just sitting here like, the level of hypocrisy makes my head spin. Because if you talk shit on Jewish people, you're anti-Semitic, you're this and that. You know, the Muslims claim to be all about peace, but some of the stereotypes that affect Muslims, like the way they treat their women like shit, and they treat LGBT like crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you all sitting here preaching, it's all about peace. All I want is peace. And I'm just sitting here like, now, I do not agree with Muslims and the way they practice their religion. One, you can't have alcohol. You can't masturbate. You can't have premarital sex. You can't eat bacon, drink coffee, smoke tobacco, what have you.
Yeah, that's fucking lame.
And I'm like, they claim to be all about peace, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to pick sides. I think people just need to be nicer to each other because I'll say it again, YouTube, there's not enough love in our society, man. 1 second.
Gotta drink that vodka down.
It's the truth, YouTube. There's not enough love in our society, and you got this Jewish woman marching for Israel, holding up her flag, yelling at Muslims to get the fuck out of her country because, according to her, this is Jewish country, she says. Like, yeah, you tell them. You tell them. Fuck out of here. And it's like, what I don't understand, YouTube, is like, if you were to hate somebody because they're Muslim or for the way they treat women in LGB, you know.
LGB, YouTube. LGB is way more different than LGBTQ, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't even know.
If you were to hate somebody because they were Jewish, it would be considered Muslim-phobic or anti.
Sounds like a brand for like a knockoff TV. LGB. Get your LGB TV today for only $75.
Semitic, what have you. So what gives you the right to hate someone else? This whole Israel versus the Palestinians, it's basically just Jewish people and Muslims fighting with each other, and it's fucking sad. No, fuck.
Sounding healthy, Josh.
Black flame to light my green smoke. Hail Cobra. Hail Cobra cults. Power to the people. And this is why a lot of people vibe with Cobra cults, because I personally do not want any drama with anyone else's religions, you know.
I don't want drama with the Jews.
Ozzy Osbourne's dreamer, it doesn't matter what your higher power is without each other's help. There ain't no hope for us. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta step back and let them fight it out. Like, the way I look at it, as long as the Israelis and the Palestinians don't attack United States of America, if they don't attack America's allies kind of thing, then it's none of my concern. This woman sitting here, she can't just peacefully protest with her flag and just be like, this is what I'm all about. If you don't like it, well, that's your problem, you know. Supposed to be a peaceful protest or a peaceful march, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. We don't need Muslims, yeah.
Honey, have some bagels and lox and chill out.
What? Have some bagels.
You would think after the Holocaust, the Jewish people would be a little bit more friendly and realize we do not need hate in our hearts. Hitler had hate in his heart. And like hating someone because they're Muslim. And these Muslims sitting here screaming, it's all about peace and love, you know, that's all I want. But yet, you treat your women and the gays and LGBT like shit.
Like, Josh did not.
I'm over here like, do what the fuck you want to do, man.
Dude, Josh did not realize how that came across. Like, Josh did not realize at all how that came across. Like, I know what Josh meant, but like, Josh basically said they should be scared. Like they should be more scared and like obedient is basically what Josh said. Fucking stupid. I love Josh, dude.
Yeah, but no one's gonna take you seriously when you're sitting here screaming, "Oh, it's all about love and peace, and that's all you want." But then you got some angry Jewish woman screaming at you to get the fuck out of her country. Yeah, get the fuck out of my country. Yeah, fuck off with it. You suck my circumcised dick with that mouth, honey.
Suck my circumcised dick.
Excuse me. You know, you got some Jewish woman screaming at the camera to get the fuck out of her country because this is Jewish country. By golly, she'll tell you how she fucking feels. It's like, yeah, you told him. You fucking told him. People are like, are you going to side with Israel or the Palestinians on this? I'm like, neither one. Both sides need to grow up and stop hating each other. I do not want World War III, and quite frankly, nuclear warfare is for pussies. Just my opinion. I hate the way people destroy Mother Earth just to have a dick measuring contest. Like, what will it solve? All this anger and hate and visceral attack towards each other. It doesn't solve a fucking goddamn thing. I think the whole world needs to, like, smoke some pot and have a beer and just, like, have a big hug and cry it out and fucking, you know, talk it out peacefully. This idea that men don't cry, men don't show emotions, fuck out of here. Seeing how much hatred there is in the world, honestly, it fucks with me a little bit. I get so much hatred myself just for being KingCobraJFS. And then I see everyone else hating each other on top of it, and I'm like, it never fucking ends. And it's a little bit of hatred gives you some backbone, yes, because fuck pedophiles, I can't stand them. But outside of fuck sickos, too much hatred makes you a very visceral and mean person.
Wow, that's...
And what it should boil down to is treat others the way you want to be treated, you two.
Wow. Such thoughtful and like meaningful words, Josh. I really appreciate that. That really helped me.
I'm cool with Jewish people. Bernie Sanders is Jewish. Sharon Osbourne's half Jewish. Fucking
Okay.
a lot of celebrities I like are Jewish.
Okay.
You know?
Alright, that's cool,
And I
dude.
do not want to judge you for your faith so long as you don't judge me. Because in the Bible it says, judge not lest you be judged. And, you know, even though I'm a Satanist, I agree with a couple of things the good book preaches. You know, everyone wants to sit here and bitch. Well, I'm sick and tired of everyone judging me for my sexuality, my skin color, my faith, my religion, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But when you're sitting there fucking judging everyone else, you're no better than the people you're complaining about, dude. You're no better than the assholes you're complaining about. I did get my hands on an iPhone. Granted, it doesn't have a case and it's pink, but you know what? Fuck it. It was given to me. It was given to me by a friend, and it's a free phone. The beggars can't be choosers, man. Excuse me. I'm gonna get crap for having it. I don't care. I do not care. Once I get it up and running, I'll be able to do cameos again. We'll see what we can do. If I can't get it working, it is what it is. Considering the fact that Youngblood wears pink socks, I'm like, who gives a shit what color the phone is? As long as it does what iPhones are supposed to do, then, oh, nice pink phone, you homophobic slur. And I'm like, I know I'm a female ass grabber grabbing on titties.
I know I'm a female ass grabber grabbing on titties.
To quote Alex Anderson. I miss Alex Anderson. He's a good dude. My buddy Alex Anderson had epilepsy, grand mal
Yo, what's up, John Berg? How's it going, dude? What's crackalacking, man?
seizures, and he had a really bad seizure that took his life. And someone called him a faggot, and you know what he said? I know I'm a female ass grabber grabbing on titties.
What does that mean?
He took the word, made a funny acronym out of it. And that's how you gotta handle your haters. Just throw it back in their face. You know, you cannot control the hates and lack of love in our society. All you can do is control how you react to it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I get it, sugar, but it's stupid. It's dumb.
It's the truth. You can't control your haters, man. All you can do is control how you react to it. And if you don't get mad and aggressive and angry, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what? Yesterday I went live and a bunch of people sent me free alcohol, and I'm like, well, cool, I appreciate that. Then he sent me a vegan burger from Denny's, and I ate it off camera because I was hungry. And I'm like, not the worst thing I've had. I like how the vegans are screaming, we don't miss beef, but then you try to replicate it with your vegetables. All the plants you murder for your plant holocaust. I'm making fun of the vegan teacher with that one because the vegan teacher is an insufferable bitch, dude. She compared eating bacon to the Holocaust of animals. I'm like, the Jewish people in the Holocaust, it's horrible, it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And Jewish people were not the only ones to die in the Holocaust. People who were gypsies, who were gay, retarded, or practiced magic, or whatever. Anyone basically.
God damn it! I didn't mean to skip. Fuck. God damn it! I fucking lost my place. Fucking great. I literally don't remember where I was. Wait. Hang on. Let me watch. Hang on. This is so ghetto. Let me watch my own stream. Wait, hang on. God damn it. Hang on. Let me watch my own stream. Hang on. Let me go back. Oh, okay. Alright. I think I was around, right here. Some shit. Wait, hang on.
Oh, what? Yesterday I went live on a bunch of people getting free alcohol and beef, but then you trying to replicate it. I'm making fun of the vegan teacher with that one. People in the Holocaust, it's horrible. It's disgusting.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? And Jewish people were not the only ones to die in the Holocaust. People who were gypsies, who were gay, retarded, or practiced magic, or whatever. Anyone, basically, that Hitler didn't like. And you hear the hatred in her voice. Get the fuck out of my country, she screams. And it's like... Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the hatred in her voice. Let's hear that one more time.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. Don't need Muslims. Yeah.
Alright, I'm so confused. Is that clip just 15 seconds long, and is Josh just gonna keep on replaying that clip? Josh has already listened to the same clip like 6 times already. I don't understand why this is a 2-hour. I don't understand why this is a 2-hour video response about a 16-second video.
Well, I will try not to judge Muslim people for all the negative stereotypes, but the suicide bombing and the way they beat and rape women and they treat homosexuals like and LGBT like shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they sit there and say, "Oh, Muslim is a peaceful religion," blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, my ass. I will say this: the Muslims do have a pretty sweet clock tower. I'll give them that, even though it doesn't have any bells. But I can appreciate a clock tower when I see it. Okay. Oh my God, is Cobra smoking legal pot on camera and drinking? Oh, we can't have that. You do realize I smoke cannabis for my Asperger's. I'm bipolar depressed. I'm schizophrenic. I have ocular defiance disorder, ADHD.
So, Josh, you do realize that, like, if you, okay, you aren't schizo, but you do realize that weed is not good for fucking schizos. Like it's not. Like, it's horrible for them, actually. But okay.
HD, OCD, etc. I'm a fucking mess of mental problems, and I find that drinking booze and smoking pot helps with my mind. I know it's not, a lot of people are going to see it as an excuse, but I'm like, excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink, you know? But when I see this Jewish woman who's clearly had a very hard life, you can tell by how angry and aggressive she is. Like, I like how like these Muslims want to scream it's all about peace, but they're sitting there using terrorism to take over nations and control people and shit. I'm just like, bro, it's all about power to the people. You know that? Every human being, we all come in different shapes, sizes, and colors, and we're all a part of the rainbow in some shape or form. And that just makes us human, you know.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. We don't need Muslims. Yeah.
Oh, she told him you couldn't just march down the fucking street with your Israeli flag, rocking a pentagram, Hail Satan. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, sitting there, oh, get the fuck out of the country, she says. And it's like, honey, calm down. Who lit the fuse on your tampon? And I'm sitting here like, well, here's the thing of it.
All right. What's the
More
thing?
hatred isn't going to solve the issues.
Yeah, no
A
shit.
little bit of hatred gives you some backbone, yes, but too much hatred makes you a visceral, bitter asshole. So, too much kindness makes you a pushover. A little bit of kindness makes you human. You know, you gotta find the yin and the yang. You gotta find the balance between the two. That's what I try to do. Just find a healthy balance between all of it. And be like, you know what? Do what the fuck you want. I'm gonna be in the corner smoking some pot, drink some booze, and fucking listening to Ozzy and be like, do what the fuck you want to do, because I don't care anymore. I preach power to the people, and people don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it is power to the people. The power is in our hands to not only better ourselves, but be kinder to one another. Like, have a drink, have a wank, and, like, get over it, man. People are way too goddamn sensitive. You can't fucking say anything without offending somebody. Oh, God forbid you offend the woke mob. Isaac Butterfield uploaded a new video, and I gave it a like, because I was like, yeah, Butterfield was on point with it. Like,
Sneederfield. I'll get on.
this woman is angry.
Yeah, get the out of the country. This is Jewish country only. We don't need Muslims. Yeah.
Wow, honey. You heard her. She's just so angry. Okay, maybe it's not a pentagram. Maybe it's an all-pointed star. Star of David. Whatever. Like, Muslims and Jewish people stole aspects of paganism from my people, as did Christians and Catholics and what have you. Churches with their bell towers and the bells clanging to summon their religion, etc. Who do you think started that trend? the pagans, my witches and my wizards and my brothers and sisters and the pagan community. Bells have been used in religion since before Catholics, Christians, and Satanists and what have you.
What's up, Mayoko? How's it going, dude?
Screaming at the world, get the fuck out of her country, and it's like, woman, calm the fuck down. That's good church bell. Like, Adolf Hitler had so much hate in his heart, you know. And, like, to hear a Jewish woman with so much hate in her heart because she's like, well, get the fuck out of my fucking country, she screams. And I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing of it. Anyone who hates on Jewish people or Muslims, it's phobic, it's intolerated, etc. But, like, everyone has hatred in their hearts. It is what it is. It's a part of...
Tarman, I'm wearing the same t-shirt right now. No bullshit. Thank you for the $5 donation. I need to get more negative XP fucking merch, but I'll be honest with you, like, that guy's merch is kind of, like, I wish he had more, like, cause, like, I don't know, I wish he had more shit on his site, but, thank you, dude. 1 second. What is this link? Hang on. Okay, so, alright, so we have found the clip that Josh is reacting to. Yeah, dude, it's literally this is a 13-second clip that Josh has been talking about for 22 minutes.
Unfortunately, hatred is a part of the human experience. Okay, Isaiah Butterfield. I might have to watch this video because it's going to deal with some very sensitive topics. Isaiah Butterfield. Okay, so what do we got here?
No, Josh has never owned a car. Josh has never had a driver's license. I know that, like, a long time ago, back in it might have been the basement, Josh got, like, a steering wheel for his car, or like something to go over the steering wheel, but no, Josh has, like, never owned a car. He's never had a driver's license because, number one, Josh is basically blind. Like, Josh wouldn't be allowed on the road for, you know, just for his eyesight alone.
This female boxer is a man, and teachers banned from saying boy/girl.
ChatGPT gets 123 million visits a day, and most people still use it like a toy. Here's how to use it.
Okay. I just want to talk about a theory that I haven't mentioned before, mostly because you mentioned Josh riding his bike. Now, okay, so look. Now, Josh doesn't know how to change his tire. Josh doesn't know how to fix the bike chain. So whenever that happens, Josh has Clint or one of his friends drive down to the shop. Now, that has always blown my mind because, like, first of all, it's not just Josh not knowing. It's also another person that Josh knows doesn't know how to fix a fucking bike. You know what I'm saying? Like not just Josh, but then there's two people that would rather just take the bike to a bike shop and pay money to like fix the bike chain or to like fix a flat tire. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I know that happened, and I know that that is Josh's big excuse, and a lot of people assume that it's way too much work, blah blah blah, that Josh doesn't ride his bike because it's way too much work. He doesn't want to bother with it. That is true. But also, I think that something happened on the bike. Maybe he got stopped. By a cop and maybe let go with a very stern fucking warning or some shit. Maybe he was drunk and nearly got hit by a car and got spooked. I always thought that there was some kind of fear when it comes to him and his bike. Not just the being lazy, but that something probably happened is the reason on why he doesn't ride his bike anymore.
Do you remember?
Shit.
I don't keep up on most of these political issues because the world's just so full of hatred and visceral anger towards one another that I tune out. I'm like, you know what? I got a little bit of pot, I got a little bit of booze, I got some Black Sabbath, some Cradle of Filth, maybe some Beatles, and I'm set. Libar Apep. Okay, Luciferian pun. Anyways. That's when I look at it and go, you know what? I'm just so sick of how I'm fucking tired of everything.
Yeah. Okay, so from my understanding, Nal said that his chain snapped. Which, dude, $30, get some oil. It literally takes 30 seconds to put a chain back on a bike. And I rode bikes all my life. I haven't in a while, but I've rode bikes all my life. It takes 30 seconds to fucking put a chain back on.
How people are jerks to each other. And now that millions of Americans are going to lose their Medicaid. How are you supposed to make America great again when...
No, Josh does not hunt or go fishing. Josh literally just... Okay. When it comes to questions about what Josh does, if it's not staying home and drinking and doing nothing, then the answer is no. Okay?
People are losing their Medicaid, and how we're the only fucking country, one of the only few countries that doesn't have universal health care. But apparently some female boxer was called out for being a dude.
Yeah, and I agree with you, G. And also, Josh's health is complete shit right now, so Josh probably couldn't even, maybe 3 minutes in the hot sun, and no way Josh is riding that bike uphill. No way. Not happening.
He transitioned into a female kind of thing. And as somebody who supports trans rights, I want to say this. Give trans people their own sports leagues and then shut the fuck up about it. You give trans people their own bathrooms, their own locker rooms. At that point, you have the equal rights like the rest of us. They want to sit there and bitch because we're not being included. Wah, 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 wham. I'm over here oh, shut up. What about my safe spaces? What about my pronouns? Well, those don't matter because you're white, straight, cis, and male. Well, fuck you, you raging, hate-filled hypocrite. Okay, anyways.
What the hell is he talking about?
The word sissy, spelled C-I-S-S-Y, is a derogatory term for cisgendered folks. But
What?
don't you dare call the trans community the homophobic British cigarette slur thing, you know, because that's insensitive. Don't you call lesbians the D word, because that's offensive. And I'm like, you know, would it kill people to be nicer to each other? Like, I woke up with a stiff one in my glass. Segway.
This lady, Aman Khalif. You may remember her from the Olympics, and you may remember her because she beat the
Aman Khalif. No, I didn't watch the Olympics. I'm not big on sports. I'm not a sports guy, you know. Like, the only time I watch sports is like when me and my buddy Walt would watch football. But I digress. I'm sitting here like, okay, so women have had to fight for their own equality, the right to vote in their own sports leagues, and that's just it. Trans people want equality too. I get it. But, you know, if you live in like the United States of America, I know a lot of trans people fucking hate Trump while screaming they're sick and tired of all the hates and judgments. So when trans people hate you, it's cool, but when you hate them, it's like, well, fuck off. You're an intolerant piece of shit. And I'm sitting here like, why can't we just end the hate? Stop making it about trans, gay, cisgendered, asexual, bisexual, pansexual, black, white, young, old, Jewish, Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all political differences.
Yeah, sure.
Also, if you want to smell good for the ladies, check out Tactical Soap.
Yeah, okay, Josh. I'm sure that soap brand. Look, I'm sure that soap brand loves that you mention them right after that rant. I'm sure they really appreciate that. I'm sure that's exactly what kind of image they want as a soap company. Well, okay. It's not really a soap company. It's literally just one guy in his fucking... It's one guy in his apartment that sells soap out of his apartment and tries to claim that he has a factory, even though I know for a fact it's all out of his fucking room. But anyway.
In the description box, you meat gazer. How would you like to wear a soap that makes women horny, makes men respect you, it makes you smell good, it doesn't have any harsh chemicals, and it boosts your testosterone, so you smell like a man when you shower with it? And I'm not just winding you up, I'm serious. Tactical Soap is the bee's knees, my friends.
Oh, you too.
Check it out, description box below. You want to smell better for the women, and just women in general, like, because women like men who are confident and smell good. And Tactical Soap is like wearing confidence on your skin. You know what I'm saying? They have deodorant, they got cologne, they got body butter, keep your skin nice and hydrated. You got cologne, they got deodorant. So check out, and they also have beard oil, my dudes. Tactical Soap makes...
Tarman, do I like weed bandana Josh more or snapback? Okay, I unironically think Josh should rock a bandana. I used to rock one when I had like super long hair. I used to rock them. Like I think Josh would look okay. Well, not now, but like back in the day, I felt like that somewhat fit his aesthetic. I'm like, like it's not the worst thing he's ever done in regards to like fucking like into regards to like his hair or like his like the way he dresses. It's not the worst thing in the world, you know.
It's a beard oil called God of War Pheromone Beard Oil. And it'll leave your whiskers and your beard soft as silk. It's an extra way to enhance your alpha status as a man. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been growing out my beard for a hot minute now. I just said fuck it, and I quit shaving, and look what happened. The only time I'll shave is in between my eyebrows. Oh, when I get
fuck you, Six. I think you can get those wigs with the bandana built in, Tar Man. Fuck you.
Bush. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of that, I pretty much quit giving a fuck and shaving my face. Occasionally, I'll trim up the stash when it gets a little too long, you know. But outside of that, Dawn of War pheromone beard oil. It smells amazing, and it will leave your beard soft as silk. And the ingredients that are in this product are great for your beard, you know. So I would highly recommend tactical soap products. Always fair in love and war, so gain the tactical advantage. Because the way I see it, chicks do not have to try that hard to get laid. All they gotta do is show up and say yes. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Guys are the ones jumping through hoops, buying them chocolates, diamonds, flowers, promises they can't keep, romantic poetry, shitty cologne that smells like crap. Thinking, oh yeah, this will attract. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, your boy Cobra has the perfect approach to dating because most modern women are psychotic and crazy. So I choose to take a hands-off approach. Just wear my tactical soap and don't try anything. Hands-off, you know, hands-off approach. I'll buy him a drink and tell him a shitty joke. And believe me, I've got shitty jokes for days. Like, why did the church bell get cut off from sex? His girlfriend said, you better put a ring on it, mister, otherwise she ain't touching your dingling. What's a guitarist's favorite swimsuit? A G-string.
Jesus Christ.
Did you hear about the horse who became a key maker?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he called his business
Horse Locks and Keys. I still don't understand that joke. I have no idea what horse locks...
Classic Josh jokes. Anyways.
I have no idea what that fucking means.
Oh, it's fair in love and war. Smell like a man. Smell sexy and better for your lady friend. You want to wear a soap that's scientifically proven to make you smell so good your lady friend can't keep her hands off you? Like, shit, you smell good. And it's like, yeah. I have a couple of personal tactical soap stories that did not involve me getting late, but a couple of stories of women in general reacting to it. And you treat women with respect. You have a hands-off approach, and you just wear the soap and tell her a funny joke, buy her a drink, make her feel pretty and confident. You know, it's not that difficult to figure out the female sex. You just got to look and listen with your ears and your eyes. People are sitting like, how do women think? Like, once you figure out how women think, they think just like men do. The only difference is they have a vagina. It is what it is. Women think just like men do. The only difference is that they're being told if you fart or talk about porn.
Yes, I still have my cats, yes. And, like, dude, I'll be honest with you. I was really scared on how my cats would react to, like, my new dog. But, dude, like, this dog is the chillest fucking dog I've ever had. He's just chill. I mean, like, oh, shit. Sorry, puppy. You know, he's still a puppy, so I guess, like, he could hang up. I gotta let him down, or else he's gonna keep on getting caught in my headphones. There you go, buddy. Get down there. All right.
What have you? It's not very ladylike, and I'm like, screw that. Chicks like to have fun too. You think chicks don't laugh at a good fart? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Giving crap out of several female.
yeah, that's the thing of it. Like, when I see a bunch of biologically males who are now transitioning into females, beating the shit out of cisgendered women while screaming at, if you mislabel their pronouns, it's a violent offense. I'm like, that's fucking rich.
Oh, that's rich, YouTube. Well, Josh, you wish you were rich, at least.
I'm like, you know what? This is why trans people should have their own bathrooms and their own sports leagues. That way it's fair for everyone, and everyone has a fair chance to compete. I'd pay to see that. Live at the Casper Event Center, it's the Transgendered UFC Fighting League, sponsored by Monster. Let's get ready to rumble. Hey. I'm like, what's next? Yeah, we're going to watch little people drive big-ass monster trucks. What?
Hell yeah.
Live at the Casper Event Center, it's monster truck midget madness.
Hell, okay.
Watch little people drive.
Okay, that is a great idea, dude. That's a great idea, dude. Launch midgets out of cannons. Make midgets drive huge trucks. Fucking great ideas, Josh. I agree with you.
Big-ass trucks. Bring your gun, drink beer, smoke inside, chew tobacco, because fuck it, it's Wyoming.
Boxers, and you may think to yourself, hang on, she's a female.
And the look on the ref's face, he's like, man...
Who cares? That's the sport, right? Well, apparently, she's not. That is...
The thing about, like, football and boxing is it can cause a lot of brain damage.
Now, concrete. There is more than enough evidence to deduce that she is not biologically female. And it turns...
And I'm like, and who fucking cares if she's trans? They like to say that being trans, oh, it's no big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, then why does everyone make it into a big deal, you know? Like... the new episode of Family Guy where Brian's getting pissed off at all the woke bullshit. And when they say it's no big deal, then why make it into a big deal? Like, hey, if you want to be trans, fucking have at it. Do your thing. They, them, it. Whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, I don't care. As long as you ain't a goddamn sicko and you don't go out of your way to personally hurt me, I do not fucking care. And I'm sitting here like, I didn't even watch the Olympics. And like, if there's a cis man transitioning into a female, beating the shit out of... It's like the Strong Woman episode of South Park with PC Principal where...
Dude, literally, the only thing that Josh can do when it comes to like life, like circumstances and like relatable things is fucking South Park and Family Guy.
Wants to say something on it because he knows it's wrong, whether it's PC woke values or telling him if he says anything about it, then that makes him a transphobe, bro. But then, like, if he doesn't say anything, then he's a raging sexist towards cis women, and it fucks with his head. I fucking hate PC Principal. Like, ugh. PC Principal is obnoxious and overrated, and a perfect representation of how obnoxious woke culture is. People sitting there like, so why's your son Kyle Broflaski in trouble? Oh, he said Caitlyn Jenner wasn't brave. I'm like, well, that's a matter of opinion, I guess. You know, it takes balls to be trans. See what I did there? Okay, that was a joke. I would argue that my buddy Waltz was a lot braver than Caitlyn Jenner, but I didn't say it out loud.
Who cares?
My buddy Waltz served in Nam as a sniper for the Marines. He contracted Agent Orange to fight for his country. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. But, like, did Caitlyn Jenner rescue a puppy and a baby and an old lady from a burning building? All she did was chop her dick off and call herself a female. I'm like, well, that's true. I mean, chicks don't have dicks until they have one hanging outside of them. Yeah. You know, kind of like men don't experience cunts until they marry one. See what I did there? I'm sorry, that's the alcohol talking. I get a little... There's the smart mouth that gets me in trouble. It makes people go Cobra. Watch it. Like why women don't fart because it's not very ladylike. They hold it in and it just comes out as drama. And like women don't experience assholes until they get married to one. Like that's exactly why women don't fart, because it's not very ladylike. They hold it in and it comes out as drama.
Why are you even thinking about ladies fucking farting and like fucking shitting everywhere?
And like they don't experience assholes until they get married to one. Again, these are all just jokes. The cool thing about South Park is that the show Matt and Trey Parker have created is it teaches society to laugh at itself while giving a very sharp commentary on political issues. And that's why everyone gets offended by South Park, because they're right. I've seen South Park do episodes on Asperger.
All right. Now, chat. I can tolerate and I can understand a lot of fetishes. You know, like, I don't know, like, for example, like feet and piss and armpits. Very normal things that, to be honest, you should try out. Okay? Trust me. But I'll never understand shit and like fucking feces and fucking farting. I just will never understand it. I just never will. Oh, all right. I think I told this before, but like, whenever I was younger, my dad wanted to get me laid for my birthday. I think I was like 13 or 14 years old, and my dad wanted to hire a woman of the night, okay, a fucking whore or whatever, and like for some reason he thought it was a good idea to then immediately tell me a story on how a hooker shit on his chest, like when he didn't like realize what was happening. Like my dad was like laying on the ground and apparently she got up super fast and fucking bent over and took a hot like steaming dump on his chest, and I'm like, why the fuck are you telling me this? Like why are you telling me this? Why the fuck? Why the fuck are you letting me know? Why the fuck are you telling me this? And the thing is that my dad had like super fucking bad OCD. Like that dude hated germs or whatever. So like he like freaked the fuck out apparently and like absolutely destroyed I think they're in a hotel. He destroyed the hotel, and I'm pretty sure he also beat her up. But like my dad didn't go into detail about that. But anyway.
The goths, alcoholism, etc. And I'm like, well, you know what? South Park does a Goth Kids episode. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah, no, okay. I actually thought that too, Tick. But like, whenever I was a kid, I was like, when I in my head, whenever I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14, I was like, I don't think those ladies are that sanitary, but like I kept it to myself, obviously.
You know, if you're not laughing at yourself, then the world will eat you alive. So you gotta learn to just laugh at yourself a little bit, you know.
Chat therapy. This is dark. Nah, dude, that's fucking lighthearted shit, man. That's one of those things you fucking keep to yourself, dude. I told my teachers that. I don't give a fuck.
They're sitting there like, even when the goth kids are getting pissed off at all the emo kids because they're all shopping at Hot Topic, and I love Hot Topic and Spencer's. So I'm like, I see what you did there. Although, professionally speaking, I prefer Spencer's over Hot Topic, just because Spencer's has the claw rings. You know what's up. Spencer's is like if Hot Topic grew up and went to college, you know? I like booby posters and fucking weed paraphernalia. Sweet. And you know what kills me about the goth community? They're sitting there like, oh, you're not goth enough because you shop here or there. Oh my God, Hot Topic. Ew, you're such a mallcore poser. Ew. And I'm like, you're a judgmental fucking hypocrite. You're sitting there preaching to anyone who will listen how you're sick and tired of all the preppies and the conformists and the man judging you. And then turn around and it's like you're judging your fellow goths because they're not goth enough. Oh, you listen to Cradle of Filth and Ozzy Osbourne. You're such a poser and a boomer. Oh my God. I'm like, you're sick and tired of everyone judging you for the way you dress and the way you look. and your taste in music. And then here you are judging your fellow goths. That's fucking BC rich, my friends. You do realize that the goth community evolved from punk, and the punk movement started because of the hippie movement.
I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm not even going to respond to that.
So sitting there crapping on me because I listen to the Beatles.
I'm not even gonna give that the fucking time of day to respond to that.
And saying, oh, well, you're not goth enough. It's like, fuck you. Eat a bag of dicks, dude. Like, who hurt you? Did your daddy not approve of your goth look and that's why you're fucking in a pissy mood?
Out that a lot of people who defended her, who came out of the woodwork and said she's a natural-born woman and she should be allowed to compete against the women and beat them senselessly, well, they were wrong.
Hell yeah.
And they let
And here's the look on her opponent's face is like, bruh, if you are a dude transitioning into a chick, you should not be competing against actual cis women. That is so unfair. Because men are genetically tougher than women when it comes to upper body strength. Otherwise, men would be allowed to hit women back in self-defense without being labeled as a woman-beating piece of shit. Otherwise,
Josh, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think, like, most of the time, like, people are, look, I understand that like you're gonna have like that random dude that just wants to be a white knight and like hey, back off, don't hit the woman. But dude, if someone's trying to fucking hit me, like, I don't care if you're a woman, like, I'm gonna hit you. Like, I don't give a fuck. And like, it's so fucking dumb, dude.
but you wouldn't lose your fucking mind.
So
when
fucking
dudes are
retarded.
beating the shit out of chicks for shooting off their clam. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm like, and then the same community that's sick and tired of all the violence towards trans people wants to be allowed to beat the shit out of cis women in women's sports. And I'm sitting here like, fuck both, all of that bullshit, and just stop hitting people because you don't like their gender. You know, that's retarded. Even though the same society that screams, respect our gender pronouns, can't even define what a woman is. But we're not going to get into that. Apples and oranges. No.
identity politics get in the way of someone's
Identity politics can suck the biggest fucking fattest dick, dude.
health and well-being. Revealed Iman Khalif's 2 failed gender tests that led to her ban from boxing, and how woke campaigners ignored the warning signs to allow her to compete in the Olympic Games. Now, this is an article from just last week, and I do recall, whilst all of this was happening, and there was enormous amounts of media coverage, social media coverage, and outrage, and also...
Yeah, of course there's going to be outrage, because, like, I do get sick and tired of LGB getting a lot of crap. I happen to know a lot of people in my life that I care about that are LGB or part of that community, and, like, and women in general, and blacks in general, you know. And, like, no one gives a fuck about my rights or my equality or my pronouns because I'm white, straight.
Alright. When Josh says, you know, like, I love blacks, like whenever Josh mentions blacks, it's always like, I love blacks. It's like it's like that one time where he was like, I think Josh said something along the lines of, I don't care about Stephanie and her black boyfriend, or whatever. like Jesus Christ, dude.
And then I'm being told and treated like I'm a part of the problem. See, that's the problem with woke culture. They're always talking down to you like you're stupid, like they're better than you, you know. And I'm sick of it. I'm sitting here smoking and chilling like I'm sick of it.
Yo, what's up, Mean Gene? How's it going, buddy?
People defending her during this time. But I also recall there were...
Hi, I'm Burke, a small business insurance expert with...
That's when I'm like, you know what? Human rights matter. It shouldn't matter if you're like trans, gay, Jewish, Muslim, white, black, straight. bisexual, somewhere in between. Human rights matter, you know. But I didn't say it out loud. Shh. What is this ad?
What's a fibroid?
Fibroid isn't a thing.
Skip.
Alleged gender tests that had taken place at some point, and everyone who was defending Iman Khalif's, I do not know how to pronounce her name, defending her competing at the Olympic Games and against biological women.
The Algerian boxer was born female, was registered female, lived her life as a female, boxed as a female, has a female passport. This is not a transgender case. I know you're not saying that, but there has been some confusion.
Well, it's all very confusing, isn't it? You got the trans community screaming that gender doesn't exist unless it conveniently fits their narrative. And why I can respect Sasha as a trans woman because she's not a woke cunt about it. Okay.
Somehow it's a man fighting a woman. This is just not the case.
Like, it's like Schroeder's feminism. You're only a victim when it conveniently fits your narrative. And it's very much true for LGBT+. Like, gender doesn't exist, but you have to respect my gender pronouns. I'm sitting here, like, scratching my bollocks, having a wank in a cup of alcohol. Like, okay, if gender doesn't exist, then your gender pronouns are bullshit. And then sitting there screaming at me that, you know, gender is not defined by genitalia. But now that I have these fake tits, you better call me a female, otherwise you're a bigot. I'm just sitting here like, right.
I'm so tired of this shit. It's actually fucking unreal.
And you can't have a conversation like this with the radical left without them screaming at you that you're a sexist, a racist, a transphobe.
All right, Josh, then literally don't have a conversation with the radical left. You ignore them and pretend they don't exist because they're fucking meaningless. Just don't react, don't respond. If you don't like something, you usually ignore it. Well, okay, well, that's kind of hypocritical because I hate normies and I mention normies like every goddamn fucking day, so never mind, I guess. Fucking whatever.
Oh, this and that. I'm like, I don't got a problem with trans people. I'm the least transphobic person you'd ever fucking meet.
Yeah.
What I got a problem with is the politics that surrounds it, the politics that make trans and LGBT look bad and make it harder for these people to have acceptance because people are so full of goddamn hatred for each other that anything negative outside of sickos that makes them look bad, they will use that and justify it as a way to hate them and, like, you know.
This woman has competed for a very, very long time in women's sport. I think if you...
In women's sports, he says with his little accent. Like, mate, this is why we gotta give fucking trans women their own sports leagues. And then, like, and let females, cis-born females have their own league, you know? Although I hate the term cisgendered, I find it to be offensive. I prefer the term biologically gendered, thank you.
Working on all sorts
So, like, respect my pronouns, bro.
Then we end up very much heading towards a gender testing regime, which is not good for anybody.
They came out and said, well, this is just transphobic. This is just sexist. This is all of the words you get called when you ask any questions or have any opinion that you're not allowed. That's what people were being called. So
that's the thing of it. Any opinion you're not allowed to have. While everyone else is screaming, I want my opinion to be validated. That's what's frustrating about the whole fucking thing is they're telling you you're not allowed to have an opinion. But if you restrict their rights to have an opinion, you're the problem. And I'm like, no man, you're a raging hypocrite. Hashtag me too. Hey, Jude.
Through this article, if that's what they're referring to, because if that's what this article from the Daily Mail is referring to, then even on this channel, I mentioned that back then. People were talking about that, a year ago? And now everyone's just catching up. That always seems to be the way, right? Anything that's a conspiracy theory now...
It's a conspiracy, man. The rich are keeping us poorer. The hospitals and the doctors are keeping us sicker. So we can constantly be in debt to our prescription drugs that don't do anything but give us more side effects than we need. So the rich can stay rich and the poor can stay poorer. And it's all a systematic oppression that they can do to control us. But, I didn't say that out loud.
Based
12 months' time, it's going to be fact. That seems to be the trend that's been happening over the past,
fucking base departments.
5 years. Iman Khalif stood atop the Olympic podium in Paris last year, draped in the Algerian flag. Didn't the Algerian government come out and say this was a whole, like, Western conspiracy to make Algeria look bad? I'm sorry, Algeria. I'm sorry there's any Algerians watching. Who gives a shit about Algeria? And crown champion in women's... Don't kill me if you're from Algeria, please. Leave me alone. Crown champion of women's boxing, the 63-kilo division. But according to the man who runs the International Boxing Association, she should never have been there at all. In an exclusive interview with Male Sport. That's hilarious. Male Sport. IBA President Umar Kremlev has called on the International Olympic Committee to strip Khalif of her gold medal. Oh, she won the gold, that's right. And apologized to the other...
Yeah, of course she won the gold, because women are not as tough as boys. Otherwise, you wouldn't lose your shit. When, like, a dude's beating the shit out of a chick, and the second it's gender reversed, and that women are the abusers. No one says shit. They just look at the dude and go, suck it up, pussy. Suck it up, pussy. You got your ass kicked by a girl, you fucking faggot. You wouldn't fucking, PC principal wouldn't be, like, losing their shit. Because fucking, you know, the strong woman episode like I talked about earlier. And I'm like, I don't care if men or women, because sometimes women are more tough than boys, and sometimes the boys are more emotional than women. It happens. And when that changes the narrative that women can be just as tough as boys, and the boys can be just as emotional as women, it shocks people. Like, no. It's okay for boys to cry. To show their vulnerable side. Chicks dig that. The chicks dig it when dudes can show their...
Shit, okay. Josh, I don't know about that. I think that most women hate weakness. So most women don't want to see men cry. They want men to be open and to be somewhat accepting of their emotions. But women don't want men crying all the time.
Vulnerable side. They're like, yeah, and that's the thing of it. You think women don't get judged too? Oh well, if you show any sympathy towards the boys, you're not ladylike enough. Women are constantly being told you look more pretty if you put on more makeup or dropped a couple pounds or showed off more skin. And the second they do, they get slut shamed for it. Men are being told, well, it'd be nice if you showed your feminine side. And the second you do, you get told you're a faggot and you're not man enough. And the second you try to fucking show your masculine side, it's now toxic masculinity. Kiss my ass. Ain't another fucking drink, dude. Fucking off with this shit, dude.
Oh yeah, well, okay. Like what I mean is just crying over nothing, like I don't know, like crying over Trump winning, or like crying because you had like a stressful day, like no one wants that,
A drink combo, oh jeez. What do we got today, Cobra? Some 7-Up, tropical, a little bit of potato juice.
Please, I'm sorry I beat the shit out of you.
And at some point, you're going to get to an age where you're really old, and you realize that all the bullshit you worried about in your life, you realize how short life really is, and then, it's not worry. You shouldn't worry yourself with such things. Also, shout out to 7-Up, Soda Pop, your tropical 7-Up's where it's at. Of course, shot the old tater juice in there. They call me tater salad. They call me tater salad. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, but it's just a puppy, so it's gonna be dude, my puppy has the zoomies
I'm sitting here
nonstop.
Women have had to fight for their rights to compete.
As I'm talking right now, my dog is zooming around the fucking living room over and over and over again.
And have their own sports leagues and the right to vote. So when I see a bunch of dudes who are now calling themselves chicks while screaming that genitalia is not defined by gender, but all of a sudden now she's got fake tits, so you got to call her a female, otherwise you're intolerant. I'm like, yeah, there's just something about that, YouTube. No offense to anyone. That makes me go, I want to call bullshit. I don't think so. And then when you ask them to define what gender is, what's the first word out of their mouth? Gender is fluid. I'm like, no, vodka and fucking tropical 7-Up is fluid. What the fuck are you smoking? That's what I'm like, put down the crack pipe. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but if gender, according to these people, is these people, they, thems, is a social construct, then how can it be a liquid at the same time? I'm just saying, like, and like, what if my pronouns say I don't have to respect your pronouns, you know? And that's fine. You don't have to like or respect everyone you meet. But at the same time, it wouldn't kill us to be a little bit nicer to each other.
Behind-the-scenes details of conclusive and repeated testing that found she did not or does not meet the eligibility criteria to compete in the female category because she may have been born with a willy. Oh yeah. He went on to add that the former IOC president Thomas Bach.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She was born with a willy. Oh my god. A willy. Oh my god, dude.
Should be held
no way.
Personally responsible for the controversy, describing him as a...
Oh yeah, that's the one, doctor. Dr. King Cobra? Mm-hmm, that's the one. The doctor's in the house, and I got your medicine right fucking here.
Rat who puts politics on the podium instead of athletes. Hey, I mean, it sounds about right, doesn't it? Like, this sounds like old mate from the Olympic Committee.
Why is it that, like, racism is never called out when, like, blacks are racist towards white people, despite the fact that white slaves did, in fact, exist in Africa? Why is it that sexism is only called out when men do it? You ever go to Africa and see all the white people and you're kind of a little confused? Kind of like, there's a lot of white people for this region of the area. Well, shit.
What? Josh, like, do you think, like, white people, like, do you think, like, white people are, like, banned from Africa? Like, there's a lot of white people in Africa, you fucking idiot. What the fuck?
And I'm not trying to be a dick, but it is what it is. Like, every human race at some point has been enslaved at one point or another. But it just feels like, to a point, an excuse to crap on white people. And it's like, yeah, but if I crap on you, then I'm a piece of racist piece of shit. But if you crap on me, it's tolerated. Like, why is sexism only called out when women do it? Why is the hate only called out when homophobic, transphobic people do it? If they do it, it's just told, well, that's just how they feel if you don't respect their feelings. I'm like, why should I? They don't respect my feelings. Because it's all about treat others the way you want to be treated. And moving on.
We had a lot of information that would have drawn conclusions from most logical thinkers that would put us in the position of saying, hey, we shouldn't allow this because it's dangerous to the female athletes. But no, he said, play on, let's do it, let's let them fight. And when you're talking about sport like boxing, where people...
Yeah, Isaac Butterfield, no shit, mate. 100%. Excuse me. Well, like, you look at that asshole in Scotland who got arrested for, like, molesting and raping 3 to 4 women in Scotland. And he shows up to court in drag and then just says, well, he's trans. So he wants to be thrown into...
Oh my god, dude. That happened like 6 years ago now. Like, that happened like 4, 5, 6... Like, that happened so fucking long ago, dude.
To a female prison. But he's still got his willy and balls. I'm sitting there like, yeah, but that's not how it should work. If you rape women, you shouldn't get thrown into a female's prison. And the judge was just like, well, I don't want to get canceled, so... They gave him what he wanted, and he lasted about 1 week before repeating his offense. All while these assholes scream at me that clothing and genitalia doesn't define your gender. But I'm just sitting here like, wait a second. And J.K. Rowling speaks out on this issue as a woman herself, regardless of if you're trans or not. She gets told that she's phobic. And I'm like, yeah, but if you can't define what gender is, but you expect everyone to respect your gender your pronouns, you know, people are going to look at you like, you're a silly little cunt, aren't you? That being said, even if Ozzy Osbourne came out as trans, I would still support him. So if you want to sit here and be like, oh, Josh, you're a visceral piece of shit who hates blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nope, I hate everyone equally. People are such cocksuckers to each other. I'm over it. It's sad.
Lives can not only be changed forever through things like CTE, but ended. People die. And if you go back and look at the...
No, boxing's a dangerous sport. No.
Reports from all of the people who fought against Khalif, or Khalid, DJ Khalid, what do you want to call it? They said they'd never been hit this hard before. And this just...
How do you like them apples? So allowing her to compete with her fellow women because you don't want to get labeled a transphobe, God forbid. Instead of allowing trans people to have their own sports leagues, you're allowing them to compete against biological women, knowing that they have an unfair advantage both politically and physically. And I'm like, it's a little messed up, dude. That's why I'm like, dude, you just got to give trans people their own sports leagues and, like, stop judging people based off of their sexuality, their religion, and their gender and the color of their skin and what have you. Say it with me, power to the people.
That whole thing about people who are born male or have male-dominant sexual organs when it comes to intersex people.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
Men are stronger, faster, more explosive, and therefore they hit harder. And it's more dangerous. They have
That's just what I'm saying, Butterfield. Women are not as tough as men when it comes to upper body strength. You might have the occasion where you have like a little twink boy who's got no muscles and this chick's just like stacked, and but that's the exception to the rule. And I'm right. Otherwise, you wouldn't get so offended when dudes are beating the shit out of women who don't deserve it. And you wouldn't sit there and laugh when it's gender reversed. Like, oh, you got your ass kicked by a female. Faggot. And then women are sitting here screaming at me, we want to be treated just like the boys. I'm like, shut up. No, you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Because if women got treated just like men, you would fucking hate it.
bones. There's so many. There is a literal list of more than 150 to 200 differences, okay, between biological men and biological women. And biological men, usually, on all of those fronts, have the upper hand. In fact, they have bigger hands. So our mate they're interviewing here, Kremlev, who definitely sounds like he works for the KGB. Kremlev goes on to say there's a lot of corruption in the Olympic Committee, but then the story comes...
No, our society's corrupt. No, blah, 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 blah. He goes on, yeah, they make their excuses.
Okay.
What it boils down to is, like I said, letting trans people have their own bathrooms and their own sports leagues. That way it's fair.
Yes, everyone. You have said this fucking 25 times.
Because, here's the thing of it. If trans people had their own bathrooms and people lied about being trans just to sexually harass and rape trans people because they're sick perverts, you know what I'm saying? And it made trans people feel uncomfortable in their own safe space, you would have every right to say something about it. But when you make the shitty example that trans people have to face, like the one asshole who, like I said, if it were gender reversed, and all it does is give trans people a bad name and you make everyone else feel uncomfortable in their safe space, well, they're told to just tolerate it and get over it. And I'm like, well, that seems a bit unfair. And, I feel like, trans people should have their own bathrooms, their own sports leagues, and be treated just the way they treat everyone else. Like human beings. But, what do I know? I'm just a bumbling autistic alcoholic.
Oh, God, dude. Okay. I wonder how many people are gonna lose their minds and say, Josh is sexist, he's homophobic, he's anti-Semitic, dude. Fucking God, dude. No, he has no idea what he's talking about. He's just stupid. All right, boys. So I am going to skip a bit because I'm not going to watch this whole thing. If you have a problem with that, then, don't watch because I'm going to skip, okay? So don't whine, okay?
Reading questions. Why would you do that to women? I don't know. Because women are overly sexualized and there's too much pressure on women to have.
See, that's what I mean. It literally doesn't matter where I skip to. It's the same fucking shit. It's the same exact shit.
Families and men to have sex and do it, but moving on.
Class or bruise, but
that doesn't justify the shitty actions of people. But what it does do is create a market for it, like how prostitution is illegal, but somehow I can hire a chick on OnlyFans. If I pay her $20, she can shout out my name and plow her fucking cunt out with a dilly. A chick can sit here and fucking shove a dildo up her ass and scream, "Oh, Cobra! Oh my God, yes! Thank you for your $20 contribution." They say it to me personally, they'd be like, "Yeah, but somehow I can't pay a chick to have sex with me. Fuck that."
Using gendered language, the Journal of New South Wales Teachers Federation wrote under a section that is dedicated to gender-neutral greetings. Okay, so we've got
gender-neutral greetings. I love how all the fucking cunts who are whining about gender-neutral inclusivity can't even define what gender is. But, it's only inclusive when you include they, them, and everyone else can fuck off. That seems to be the general attitude. And like that's the thing of it. When I shut my mouth, I open my ears and I listen. This is exactly what I see, and it's just like when I call it out, I get told, "Well, Cobra, you're a
Jesus
transphobic
Christ.
piece of shit." And if my language comes off as too supportive, I get accused of being trans or gay myself, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, okay, sorry. I actually was gonna mention that. Is it John? I'm sorry. Is it Josh basically just admitted to it's like being a pay pig for whores? Yes, we've already known this, but it's just like I feel like that was a slip or whatever. Because like, okay, look, I really have wondered how much money has Josh really given to like whores on Shadowbait? Like, what's the number? Because look, I feel like if Josh was actually spending a lot of money on that shit, Clint would put his foot down. At least I think he would. Because like I can't imagine how much money he spent over the years. You know what? I am a gooner, okay? I love gooning, but I'm proud to say that I haven't paid a single cent to a whore. So, you know, at least I have that going for me, at least.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all. Fuck all and fuck off. I get called a goth poser by the goth community because I listen to Cradle of Filth and I shop at Hot Topic and Spencer's, while these same assholes are screaming at everyone else. They're sick and tired of everyone judging us. I'm like, dude, you sound just like the trans community. Like, well, you're not trans enough unless you hate Trump or like, you know, crap on Blair White. I'm sitting here like, you know why the trans community fucking hates on Blair White? Because she's more convincing than all of your asses. Even if she has to use filters and everything, she's still more convincing than all the haters who bitch on her, dude. 20 million genders, but gender doesn't exist. It's fuck you. And blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god, dude! Like, literally, I just skipped once, then twice, then 3 times, and all landed on the same topic.
I'm like, well, okay, that's your thing, man. You don't gotta fucking crap on the rest of the world because you got a thing, you know. I'm just saying, I don't go out of my way to crap on the world because they crap on me, you know. I'm like, well, I don't like being crapped on. I don't like how the world treats me, so.
See, who would have thought? Easy basics. There are terms that can be put into action quickly. They're perfect for those starting out with.
In the fucking community, even in your own goth community, well, you're not goth enough, so. I'd be like, well, what the fuck am I even here for?
Year, maybe not super right wing, but certainly in the middle. And if you go through the stories on ABC Queer, you're going to notice that they're all very, very left leaning, very far left leaning, very woke, very progressive, all this type of shit, which I think doesn't serve the LGBTQI plus community very well at all. In fact, I think it does the opposite.
I would actually agree with Butterfield. I 100% support LGBT.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Someone dropped off a free iPhone, so I was like, cool.
Wait, what was that? Hang on, what was that? What was that?
Marty Music Biz to troll me like he trolls Cyrax. Knowing that Cobra hates Cyrax and sickos. So all you're doing is being an unoriginal cunt and trolling a good person. So you feel good about yourself? Let me know how you feel about that. Right? I'm in the process of getting a new phone, and I got one. Someone dropped off a free iPhone, so I was like, cool. Put my chip in there, put it in the tray.
Someone dropped off a free iPhone.
I'm in the process of getting a new phone, and I got one. Someone dropped off a free iPhone, so I was.
I'm in the process of getting a new phone. Someone dropped one off. Huh.
Like, cool. Put my chip in there, put it in the tray, stuff it in there. And I'm like, well, I'll see what we can do about it. My phone's backed up to my computer, so then when I go to therapy on Friday, maybe I can get the phone working again. And if people want to judge me if I run a pink phone, I'm like, well, that's your problem. It works. It was free. I didn't have to pay for it.
Somebody dropped it off, and it's a pink phone. Huh. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know why he needs to wait to fix it. I don't know why he has to wait till like Thursday. Huh. All right. Well, like, I don't really have an opinion on that yet, but that seems vague. I don't know about that.
Beggars can't be choosers, YouTube.
PC queer is very much just to push left-wing stories. Stories like, what does it mean to be pansexual? Lesbian mothers do this, and gay brothers do that. If you go,
why is it like this community is always like, they identify as asexual, pansexuals, plus all the suicide bombings, this and that. I'm just like,
ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Who you motherfucker? Peace in the Middle East. With stinks to the bye.
well, if your dick stinks, Isaac Butterfield, maybe you should get some tactical soap. Then your dick won't stink, but... yeah, I'm not gonna fucking... Like, how long is this video? 2 hours long? Well, fucking shit.
Not even gonna do an outro.
It is what it is.
Not even gonna do an outro. Not even gonna do an outro. Not gonna say okay. Well, Josh won't do an outro. Josh won't do an outro, but I certainly will. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will be live maybe later on tonight. Maybe around at midnight, like 1 a.m. Maybe, okay. Thank you, FBI boy, and also FBI boy. Did you notice the new emojis and symbols? Okay. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sugar. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Monster. Thank you, Demo. Thank you, Jing. Thank you, Rodden. Thank you, Six. Thank you, John. Thank you, Cheetah. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Frog. Thank you to all my members. I really appreciate that. All right, boys. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm Tarman, the Starman, Southern Vietnam Man. See ya. Oh shit, yo! Thank you so much, Mean Gene, for the $10 for the $10 donation. Thank you, brother. I might or may not be later on. See ya.
Yeah, Dave, Tarman, I'm stoked for this next wave. That's sir.